Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more informative content like this. If you have a fungus problem on your feet, the home remedies that we're going to explain in this video to completely eliminate them are going to be great for you. You'll see that they are very inexpensive, effective home remedies because they are scientifically proven, and they also act in a very short time. Okay, so I won't ramble on anymore, and in the video, I'll tell you about it. Look, the first home remedy is the well-known baking soda. Why is baking soda effective in controlling the presence of fungus? First of all, because it has a drying effect, and fungus basically grows in the presence of moisture. But also, baking soda acts by generating what is known as a dysbiosis. That is, an environment hostile to the growth of the fungus. And how do you have to do it? How do you have to proceed to use it? Well, one of the most effective ways to control the fungus, especially when it's very focused on the nails or the interdigital spaces of the feet, etc., is to make a small paste. You take the baking soda, you add a little bit of water, a few drops, you form a paste, and you apply it directly on the areas that you see are affected by the fungus. As I say, especially on the toenails, is where you see this the most. You leave it on for 10-15 minutes, and then you put that same foot in a basin with hot water. You let all the baking soda that will be released act, it will be diluted in the water, let it act with the rest of the surface of your foot skin, and you'll see that soon. As soon as you repeat this 3, 4, 5 times, the presence of the fungus tends to disappear in a very short time. Secondly, another ultra-effective remedy, very much so, is the use of cornmeal. And why is the use of cornmeal so effective? Because cornmeal has a fungus in its composition. Cornmeal already has a fungus in its composition. It's curious, but it's like that, which is harmless. It doesn't do anything against the corn or against us, but it's highly lethal for the pathogenic fungi, responsible for the famous athlete's foot and others. This is more than proven. Let's say that with this home remedy, with this method, what we do is a biological fight against the fungus, responsible for our foot problem, athlete's foot, etc. And the way to apply this remedy is very simple. You take a basin, put 2 liters of water, and add a cup of cornmeal. You put your feet there in that mixture. You move them little by little so that the flour doesn't settle at the bottom of the basin. Keep stirring, and let it act. Let it be distributed. Then you rinse quietly. Dry very well. This is very important, that there is no trace of moisture on the skin surface, and little by little you will see how that fungus that you are providing with the cornmeal makes the pathogenic fungus disappear. The third home remedy, also well known, is the mixture of vinegar and water. It can be wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar. This is indifferent. Here, what it's about is generating an acidic dilution, a dilution that, first of all, has an antibacterial effect, also antifungal, and you generate that the pH of the skin, altered by the presence of the fungus, which usually becomes a more alkaline pH, an unbalanced pH, rebalances again. This is fundamental to avoid, above all, the proliferation of the fungus. And it's as simple as diluting equal parts of water and vinegar, the one I tell you, the one you want, apple or wine vinegar. Wine vinegar smells a little worse, but, well, to each their own. Leave your feet or the affected area soaking for 30 minutes, and then rinse, and that's it. It's as simple as that, there's no mystery to it. A fourth home remedy, also ultra-effective for the control and eradication of the presence of fungi on the feet, is the use of the classic mouthwash that you have in your bathroom. You take mouthwash, dilute it in equal parts in vinegar, it can be apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, the one you want, and apply it on the area that you see is affected by the presence of fungi. This combines the antiseptic effect of these mouthwashes, which usually contain chlorhexidine degluconate, with the acidifying power of vinegar. And with this, you generate a cocktail that you apply, let it act for 30 minutes once you apply it, then rinse and wash the skin. With 2 or 3 applications of this remedy, the presence of fungus disappears, but in a very short time. Another remedy that also has the advantage of smelling very, very good, at least to me it seems so, is lavender oil. And here it's extremely simple. Just go to an herbalist's shop, apply the lavender oil in the areas affected by the presence of fungus. You will usually see it right away, those more yellowish areas on nails, interdigital space, and so on. You leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes, rinse it to remove excess dirt, and with a light rinse, your feet will still smell like lavender afterwards, which, whether you like it or not, well, I find it very pleasant. It may seem unbelievable to you, but This remedy of lavender oil is today the one most recommended by podiatrists. If you go to any podiatrist, they will already tell you that, hey, this lavender thing is the most effective. I think they also say it a bit because they avoid that. In the following visits, maybe the smell is so unpleasant. And another remedy, not as pleasant as the previous one, is the use of garlic. Garlic is used to control fungi, basically, because in its composition it has a substance known as allicin. And allicin is a very potent natural antifungal. I say again, this has a problem with the smell. Because if feet with fungus already smell a little bit off, with the garlic smell, like it or not, it gets worse. But, well, it's effective, and it's as simple as taking 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, mashing them, and mixing them with white vinegar to produce a maceration. It can be mashed garlic or garlic oil. It's exactly the same to me because the allicin principles will be concentrated in the garlic oil, and that's basically what we're interested in. The rest of the garlic is not left over, but allicin is fundamental to be in this remedy. In this case, this macerated garlic, well mashed and mixed with vinegar, has to be applied on the area affected by the fungus and wrapped with a bandage. Leave it on for 2 or 3 hours and then remove the bandage, rinse, and eliminate all traces. It's very effective, very, very effective for the control of the fungus. But it has the small handicap, as I say, of the smell, which for some may be a bit unpleasant, of the garlic, and this must also be acknowledged, okay? Well, that's all. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Take good care of yourselves.